Welcome back to another video. Hope you are having a great day. And today we've got here a truly smart robot vacuum cleaner.
Start auto collecting dust. Start charging.
Mainly because besides doing a great job in mapping, in vacuum and washing, it also removes the dust and the trash from itself, and it put it right over here on this docking station. So I don't need to clean it individually in 2 or 3 days. I just need to worry from 3 to 3 months more or less to remove the bag, which is right over here, and take it to the trash, which is an awesome experience. Now this video will be a bit longer so that we can see most of the features that we can do with this kit right over here. So I will leave timestamps down below, and if you feel that there is a chapter that's a bit more boring, then just advance to the next one. And if you feel that you need to continue the video tomorrow, you can do so as well. So that being said, let's go straight for it. And if you are watching this video on your Windows 10 or 11 computer and you still haven't activated and can't even edit your desktop icons, don't forget to check out CDkeysales.com, where we can find budget official OEM keys at an affordable price, and with the coupon code that you can see on screen and down below on the video description, it will get even cheaper. And besides Windows 11 Pro, if you are looking for Windows 10 or even an Office suite that we can aggregate directly to our Microsoft account, you can use the same coupon code, which will give you the best price possible at this moment. So just in case, the link will be down below. So this is the package content, the docking station, the vacuum robot, the user guide, which let's see if I don't need to use it. Probably not. It's easy to see, assemble and maintain. An extra vacuum bag, which is really easy to remove and put in, which I will share with you in just a few moments. Some extra accessories like a brush, another brush and a filter, which is also easy to remove and replace. And then we have this cleaning accessory so that we can put in water on the container and it will help to clean the floor, which we are going to see as well. But really interesting, right over here on the docking station, we can see this area here, which is the area where the vacuum will connect, and it will transfer the trash from here to the docking station. And this is really cool because it will allow us not to remove this part every week or so. So we will have about 90 days of storage of trash right over here. Now, taking a look here inside, we will find the bag. So it will vacuum from here and bring it to the top. And if we want to remove, when the time comes, I just need to push this up and then push it, and that is it. I can leave it like this on the open or leave it like this on the close so that I can put it away. And then I just need to put in a new bag inside, do the same procedure, push it down. There we go, ready for another 90 days. Now there is one extra vacuum bag, as we saw. I will try to find bags for this system, and I will try to leave the link down below so that we can see the prices that we will pay for each of these bags, which might be something interesting. So the docking station, really cool. And then it has these bumps that will probably let the vacuum docking station know that it's connected to the vacuum cleaner. Now, taking a look at the vacuum cleaner, it has a lot of sensors, starting with the LiDAR here on the top, and then we can see it right over there, and then sensors here, here, and there are also sensors here at the back. These are for the dock, and then right on the bottom we will find a few more sensors that we will see right over here. The wheels, both of them have shock absorbers, so really good or really great build quality that we will find right over here. Now, one curiosity in terms of aesthetics is if we take a closer look here, and at this moment of the recording I still haven't used it, but if we take a look, it looks like it's already used. So even new, it has this really nice texture, which I believe that it was well thought, that in a few months when I pick it up, I will see more or less the same that is right over here. Even if it's not cleaned, we will see that it has the same spots as it had when it was new. So I believe that this was genius. Now, in terms of the robot itself, besides the sensors that we have seen, we can remove here the bottom part, which is where I just need to press this button and push it like this, which is where we will find the filter right over here, and also the option to put in water. And we can open this and fill up with water. And as it is, does recommend do not add any cleaning agents. So only water right over here, so that we can use with the mop accessory, which is easy to put in just with these two adapters here. This one here and this one here, and it also has a wheel here to help out. And then we just need to put it like this, push it down, bam, there we go. Then it's ready to be used and help cleaning the floor. Once we want to remove it, we can. And by the way, we can also remove it easily with this Velcro right over here, so that we can put it to wash. So this is a cool detail as well. And if I want, I can just remove it, and if I don't need the mop, can remove it and just use it as normal for the vacuum. So that being said, let's go and set it up, the app, which is right over here, so that we can map and see the behavior in a real world situation. And now let's take a look at the app as it is, which we have used quite a few times on several devices. I've got one active, which is the doorbell, which is really cool. I will leave the link down below. But let's take a look at the RP4. Now, this is my ground floor, and it did map for the first time, and it is impeccable. Now, I do have some things right over here that I want to explain before we start talking about what we can do. Now, my area is divided by the kitchen, which we can see room 2. We have a table with chairs and so on and so forth. The kitchen, properly said, is room 1. We will change the name in just a few seconds so that you can see how easy it is to manage this app. And then the living room is room number 3 and room number 4. And between room number 3 and number 4, there is a huge couch. So that is why the robot cleaner did say that this is one division and this is another division. And right over here on room 7, this is actually a balcony, which is outdoors, and there's a barrier so the robot cannot go. But it did manage to map that area, and I didn't delete it because I wanted to share with you that these things will happen, but we can delete these areas if we want. Then right over here, so living room, right over here, room 5 and room 6, this is the hall when we get in our home. But I do have, you can see between room 5 and room 6, there is an empty space. That's actually not an empty space, it's boxes. Every day arrive at home, so I live right over there before I put them on the garage or bring down below. So the robot, what did was a line and divided this section right over here. Now, next I do have the garage, which is room number 8 right over here. And I've got an invisible wall here, which I will share with you how easy it is to create and how useful it is. But my garage, it is a mess. And one of the times that it was cleaning, it got lost and it stopped. Well, it didn't got lost, but it did got stuck in one of the things that I have, a small cord, and it stopped. So I have bikes and I've got things like that in the garage. So I thought, okay, an invisible wall. And then lastly, right over here, we have another room, which is room 9, which is where my kids have their things to play around and so on and so forth. And then lastly, room number 10, it's also a balcony. So this is the area that I've got. It did a great job in mapping. And one of the things that I could do right now, if I press the play start button, it will start cleaning all the area. One of the things that I do find more interesting is the scheduling, which we are going to see. I can schedule clean my kitchen every Sunday at X hours, or every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 9 o'clock in the morning or something like that, which is really useful. But if I want to do it manual, then I can do just like this. If I want to go by room, I can select, okay, let's do cleaning room number 1 and clean room number 2. And if I press start, let's press start right over here. What it will do is it will say I'm in cleaning mode, and it will do the cleaning for room number 1 and room number 2. First of all, it will locate itself, and this is really smart. It will take a few seconds. When it gets out of the dock, it will look around, it will go a few centimeters here and there, and then it will say, okay, I've located myself, and then it will go anywhere it needs with its sensors and LiDAR and everything else, and it does a great job. Now, at this moment, we don't want them to run, so let's press stop and let's say, okay, I want to end the process, and now it will go back to its docking station and charge. So this is 2 of the options that we have, but we also have the area option. So for example, if I want to clean up this area here only, I can just press start, and it will, there it goes. It was still locating, but now is back at the dock. So as I was saying, we can select the area that we want to clean, and I can say, okay, I want to select this area, but also want to add another area right over here, because this part of the house is really messy. So I can just press and bam. When I do the schedule, we can ask for this option as well. So basically, these are the options that we have: full area or by room, which we can select, that we will press start and it will do the cleaning. Now, one of the things that we can also do is, if I go to the set, I have right over here, actually, I need to select one room at least, and then go to set, and right over here, I can select between the suction, which is low, until maximum of super power. Now, one of the things that we can control as well, and at this moment is on, which I will show you during just a few moments, is when it goes on top of a carpet, it will boost its suction, which is really cool, automatically. And right over here, we can also change that, and we can also change the water volume if we are using the mop. So I can use maximum, or I can use low, or completely dry. So this is a really cool option as well. If I take a look at the map, this will show me what we have in terms of mapping. This is my ground floor of my house, and we can do a few corrections here. We can even delete, and if by any reason we want to change the area, if I want to take it to another floor, then I delete and I can create a new map. If I want, I can also go and edit. And for example, right over here, room 1 and room 2 is my kitchen, and another part of the kitchen where we have a table with chairs and so on and so forth. So if I want, I can just say I want to merge this, because this is only one area. I can select room 1 and room 2, and I go here and say, okay, this is only one area. There is one part which is, it's a table right over here, and it did put in as room 11, but it's actually not a room at all. So we can also rotate, and I can say, for example, room number 2, I want to change names so that it's easier for me to recall. In this particular case, it's kitchen. I don't need to write, but if I want, I can come here to custom and say anything that I want and press OK, and this will be my anything room. So kitchen was easy because it was there, but previously I was recording in Portuguese and I had to write kitchen in Portuguese, which is cozinha. So there we go. If you want to give it a different name, we can do so. Now I just need to press OK. Now we can merge. We can also divide the room. So let's say that this was a mistake on the first mapping, and let's say that I want to divide. So I will press right over here. And then I need to draw a line, for example, and say divide. Yes, okay. And what happens is that it will go to two rooms as it was before. But if it happens to us on the first mapping, then we can fix it, either merging or splitting the rooms, which is really cool. Now there's also a no-go area. I can set no mop or no mop and no vacuum. So I can press right over here and say, hey, right over here, this is a no-go zone, which I could select that for my garage, for example, but I opted, and I'm going to press OK. I did opt to put on my garage a invisible wall. So if I want to create an invisible wall, I can just press right over here, and I can do like this, and this will be an invisible wall. Now the main difference is that the invisible wall, for example, let's delete this one right over here. Now the invisible wall, if I put it, for example, right over here, let's say here, and if I rotate the invisible wall, what happens is that all the area after that invisible wall will not be cleaned. While if I put in a, let's go back and let's, give up, I don't want, but let's imagine that I put a no-go area and no vacuum and no cleaning. If I do like this right over here, this just means that it will not clean this area, but it's still going to room number 9, room number 8, room number 6. So it will only not clean this area. So this is the biggest difference between one option and the other, which is also really, really cool. So let's give up. I don't want that. And if I want to delete, I just need to go right over here to the no-go area, and then I need to press on the and there we go. We can just delete, and basically that is it. So in terms of options, these are the main options that we have, and right over here these are the main options that we have as well in terms of settings, in terms of cleaning. Now let's take a look at two options which are really cool. The first one is to share the device. If I want, I can share this device with family members and guests. For example, I've got the doorbell shared with my oldest kid, which sometimes it's at home and it will get a package or two from the carriers. Now, in terms of options, so really quickly, because the video is getting long, schedule cleaning. This is probably the most useful one because we can add a schedule and say, okay, I want to clean from here to there. And in terms of the cleaning scope, I can say, okay, full house or select room or area. I can select the room 3 and room 4. Okay, save. So right here, room 3 and room 4. If I go back, I can say, I want to clean these days at this particular time. And then if we press save, it will save that, and room 3, room 4 will be doing the cleaning on these particular days, which I didn't care. I just put it some numbers right over there. But if I plan that carefully, I will have my kitchen clean more times than the bedroom. I have the living room clean more times than the bedroom, but less than the kitchen, and so on and so forth. So you may do the calculations. This is one of the most useful options in my opinion. We also have the cleaning log. So if I take a look, we can see the accumulated 333 square meters. I can check out that it did this cleaning lastly, and we can check the details right over here. If we go here to a bigger one, we can see that I did a area cleaning, which was right over here, and we can increase and see the details. Where we see those white lines, it means that it did pass and it did clean on these areas, which is really, really cool. Here, for example, is where we have the table with chairs. It did a great job. So really, really cool indeed. So this is just out of curiosity. We can check out if it did a great job or not so great job. And then there's also the suppliers and maintenance. We can take a look at what we have used so far, and we can have an estimate when we need to replace the filter, when we need to replace the brush, and so on and so forth. There's also the not disturb period, which at this moment is from 10 o'clock in the evening until 8 o'clock in the morning. No cleaning whatsoever at that time, so it doesn't do any noise. And then we have more cleaning settings right over here, which is the carpet boost. As I said, automatically, this is by default. When it goes to the carpet, it will do louder noise and a bigger section, which is really cool. It cleans really, really well. Now let's go back and see device broadcast language. We can select between languages, several languages. Device volume as well, because it speaks to us when it's doing several things. Intelligent speaker control. We can integrate with Amazon Alexa or Google Assistant. And then we have the Wi-Fi network, which we can change without resetting the device, which is something great on all as-is devices that we have seen. Device information, share the device that we have seen, a few more options, and then remote control, which I believe that it's cool. But to me, although it's cool, I prefer the schedule and then do its job automatically, because it does really a great job. And then finally, delete the device if we need to delete the device. And basically, this is it. The experience so far has been great with this kit, especially because it does a great job on the mapping, as you could see. But besides that, it does a great job in cleaning not only smooth surfaces, but also the carpets. And besides that, it has the docking station, which makes a huge difference. Of course, we can get only the robot vacuum cleaner, but I would suggest getting the kit. I will leave links down below so that you can check out prices, availability and whatnot. But in my honest opinion, this kit makes a huge difference. Now, that being said, hope that you enjoyed to know a little bit better about this kit. Hope that you enjoyed the video. And if you did, don't forget that usual thumbs up right over there, which is really appreciated on this side of the screen. My name is Roberto, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.